Hello, 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 everyone. Come on in. Welcome back to Can You Survive District 13? I'm waiting for everybody to start strolling in to this lovely 8th Individual Beauty Challenge. Oh my goodness, the day is moving very quickly. I can't believe we are already down to our final 4 challenge. That is exciting. Come on in, everyone. I see people starting to roll in. Devontae, what's going on? Shout out to everyone that has been following along. You do not want to miss this Final Four challenge, everybody. This is gonna be fun. Final Four. Also, keep shouting out everyone that has been participating. Maine is excited. You could hear from the cars. Keep shouting out all of our players. We are eagerly awaiting the description of this challenge. I'm going to bring you over because we are about to kick this off. They are in for a gauntlet style of fun. Oh, Phil left the immunity necklace. He is two for two for leaving it at camp.
We'll find out. All right. I'll have you walk through the challenge with me step by step.
All right, let's go through this challenge with our players.
All right. For the first stage here, we are going to have you do a solo person floor is lava using your 2 rocks, navigating all the way through, where you will pick up a bag halfway through. You'll get to the other end. Same rules apply as when we ran it the first time. You can jump across, but anytime that you fall, you will be going all the way back to the beginning. When you have your bag, you'll run over here. You can head to any of the 4 stations, open up your bag. You have your twine inside. You will be doing our jailbreak portion of the challenge. So you'll make your stick, reach across, grab your bag. There are 4 stations. You can choose any one once you get here. So the first 2 across can choose the closest one. Second 2 would come over here. Once you have, same rules apply again. Arms and shoulders are allowed to come through. You need to bring it all the way through before you grab it. Okay? Once you have that, you will open up your bag, and based on the color inside your bag, you will come and find the corresponding balls. There are red, yellow, white, or black. You will use that to then use, and your hand will be under the pole, under the tape on the pole. And you will be doing this portion again, where you will walk across balancing. As a reminder, the pole and the ball will go over the post, and you will go under the post.
Nice job. I'll be me. Oh, thank you.
Under the black. 3 balls. So inside the bag is your 3rd ball, and that's why you're going to match up with the ball, okay? Then when you'll do that 3 times, getting all 3 balls over here. Once you have done that, you can take your 3 balls and run to any open puzzle station. You will use the 3 balls to unlock. This is one of the.
Sorry,
This is one of the pinch locks for anyone that wasn't on it, so you will get it correct, then pinch it, and it will unlock. Inside here are the rest of your puzzle pieces. We've started the puzzle off for you.
That's nice. Thank you.
And the first one to complete the puzzle correctly will win Final Four immunity and a spot in the final 3 of this game. They are in place. They can move, but they are correct.
Good answer. They are correct. They can move.
Of this game. Does the live feed want a quick explanation?
We were listening pretty intently. We're ready.
Amazing. All right. We'll head on over here.
Unless there's anything, Cam, you would like to add for this Final Four challenge. These all look fairly similar. Is that correct, Cam?
No, nothing else to add.
These are all throwbacks to
to things that you've seen before throughout the week. So you should be pretty familiar with everything going on here.
Amazing. So yes, this seems to be, oh, the clouds are here. This seems to be a wonderful little gauntlet throwback throughout this week. If you have been following along this week, then some of these, or all of them, with the exception of the puzzle, may look familiar. If you remember our clockwork first challenge of this game, there were stones. where they had to do lava. Jailbreak was also a part of a challenge. The ball balancing challenge was also a part of the rescuing your opponent, rescuing your tribe mate from a coffin/box. I do believe Aldrin and Patch are the only two of this group that participated in that challenge, and Aldrin was very smooth and efficient with that challenge. And then we end with a puzzle. This is, I believe, a puzzle that we have not seen before at CYS. So exciting to see how they do with it. It is not that easy of a puzzle, but it does spell out CYS. So this is it. This is our Final Four challenge, everyone. Cheer for our Final Four district tribe members here as they are competing to get that individual immunity necklace to give them a guaranteed spot in 3. Now, they will have to pick up their balls along the way, so we have balls that are here about the halfway point. Let's see how their techniques will go.
All right.
I think this is a great
Our
challenge.
tributes are in position. Final Four immunity is up for grabs. Tributes, are you ready? Go!
And we are off. Let's see
All
how
right, all
everyone
four are
does this
navigating
challenge.
the floor is lava
Remember, if they
portion
fall off, they have to
of the
go back.
challenge.
Everyone moving
Everyone
very quickly and efficiently.
back on day 1 as part of the opening.
Patch seeming to get to that halfway point first, followed by Aldrian.
Are getting close
Nick
to
right
that.
by. Oh, Nick has fallen off and has to go back.
Bill going back to the beginning after falling.
Patch now reaching that halfway
Aldrian
point.
and Patch getting close to their
Patch
bag.
has his bag.
Patch was able to grab.
Aldrian right behind.
Aldrian maybe 1 or 2 steps behind Patch.
Nick making very quick.
Kieran and
Phil making very quick work. Oh, Patch has to go back. Was unaware of where the ending was and thought he was done.
Aldrian
Opening the door for
now has the
Aldrian.
lead. Kieran and Phil getting closer to their bags.
Aldrian working very efficiently. Phil catching up. Patch also moving
Going
quickly.
about a foot or 2 each time, very steadily.
Phil has his.
Aldrian
Oh,
also did not
Aldrian
jump
has
across.
to
The
go
finish line
back.
here. The finish line
They
is
did
here.
not pay attention to where the finish line is. This is
Here,
not
the last cone.
the challenge to be making those mistakes. This is going to cost these players. But Patch making very quick work.
Shifting across. Back to where
Past Phil.
jumped off
But
last
Aldrian
time.
needs to start over. Patch
Phil
past Phil.
reaching across,
Kieran
trying to find
finally made
even
it to the
ground to lay the rock
halfway
down.
point for them. Patch is
Patch
across
now onto
and
the
is now
jailbreak
on.
portion.
We're going to follow Patch to jailbreak, but you're going to have a lovely camera still set up with the rest of our players as they make their way. Patch untying. Now remember, the goal is for them to reach to be able to get across and hook their bag and bring it back. They cannot grab the bag until it is over. This is anyone's game because, again, every challenge in this lovely gauntlet takes some time. It's not quick. Phil is very close to also being able to get here. Phil makes it. Phil now deciding to go to the one that's closer to the next station could be a good choice for him because once he finishes, he just has to turn around, whereas Patch went to the closest station from the first station. Let's see, but Patch was here first. Kieran is almost there. Aldrin still making their way. With this challenge, you want to make sure you're building a sturdy but long enough stick to be able to get the ball bags back. If it falls to the ground, that can be a huge setup for you or a huge setback for you. Kieran now coming over to the jailbreak, coming to the station right next to Patch, taking a second to realize where is the string. They forgot they had the string in their pocket. That is what they picked up. It's okay. This is day 5 of a very long game for these players. We will allow them some grace.
Phil has about 2 or 3 sticks together.
Patch still tying, Phil tying.
2 or 3 sticks together for Patch.
But again, you don't want to drop your bag off that ring because then it's a lot harder to pick it up. Coming from experience during my final 4 challenge doing this.
Onto the ladder or onto the jailbreak.
All the viewers here, shout out everyone. Looks like all of our players are here at the jailbreak, so you're going to get a good angle of both of our players, Patch and Kieran, and Aldrian and Phil. Everyone is still tying. Phil looks like they might be trying. Nope, they're going to do a little bit more tying before they attempt. Patch adjusting the top, making a little bit of a hook, it looks like. Waiting to see who will be the first one. Kieran reassessing that first tie. Again, this is anyone's game because it ends with a very hard puzzle. Phil trying first to reach for his, is it long enough? Just a little bit short. Having to now add some string and potentially another stick. Patch has not tried yet, but he was the first one to the station. Kieran still reassessing the best way to build up their sticks. Aldrian working quickly as well, tying theirs. Patch is now on the board. Let's see if it's long enough. It looks potentially. Can he grab it? Patch. Phil also reaching. Is it strong enough to grab? Phil has his bag. He just can't let it drop. Patch has his bag. He needs to bring it all the way. Very close to having it all the way through. And he does. He can grab it. And we are moving on to the balls. Everyone working on moving on. Phil drops and has to go back. Patch now working. The wind has decided to join in this lovely competition. Patch has made it under. And he has to go past the cones. Phil now back.
Gotta pass the pole over the top. Okay.
He's aware. And Phil drops. Patch working on his second ball. Phil working to get his first ball across. Trying to figure out that strategy. Patch drops. This is a little bit harder after you've been racing through 2 other stations. You have to control your breathing. Phil keeping a very good eye on his ball. Aldrian and Kieran still working on their sticks. No one has attempted to make any attempt. Patch is now through. Phil working on his second ball. Aldrin and Kieran still tying. Phil seems to have a knack for this now, as he is now across. Patch now working on that third ball. But Phil seems to have gotten the hang of it, and as I say that, he drops. And Patch is good, and we are moving on to the puzzle. Now he has to unlock his puzzle pieces with the numbers on his ball. Let's see, can he get it in the first try? Does not. Again, it's all about figuring out what is that code to unlock the rest of your puzzle pieces. Phil is now moving on to the puzzle. So both now have to unlock their bag to release their puzzle pieces. the other side.
Very difficult puzzle.
Oh.
Have it unlocked for neither of them yet.
Phil has unlocked his bag. Phil is working on getting his puzzle pieces out.
The second one here, gaining back the lead. Kieran now reaching for that ring.
Phil throwing the balls off. He does not need them anymore. Clearing out the space. Now he just has to get his pieces out.
Phil opening the bag first.
Same with, it looks like, Patch. There's a puzzle showdown here.
Phil has the pieces on the table.
This is for our final 4 individual immunity.
Still in it. They can land that ring.
Guaranteeing a spot. Needing all the space they can get.
Their puzzle pieces, trying to figure out what this possibly could make.
Looks like Kieran is now making an attempt at reaching for the bag while our boys figure out what is this design on the puzzle. It is not an easy puzzle. They do not know what it makes. They only have a starting 3 pieces. Both have placed 1 piece, at least.
Both competitors have placed a piece that they feel like fits.
Aldrian and Kieran looks like they are still working on grabbing their bag. Kieran making an attempt.
It's a very difficult puzzle. Kieran and Aldrian do not give up. There's a lot of time to come back.
Kieran's stick might not be long enough to reach. Kieran is attempting to see. She might have to make her stick longer. Aldrian working on sturdy, making her stick sturdy.
The stick might be long enough, but it's all about whether she can hook the ring. She hit the ring.
Kieran reaching as far as she can, trying to get it.
Can't quite hook the ring.
Phil has potentially maybe a few more pieces than Patch, but are they correct? That's the real question.
Meanwhile, both Patch and Phil are studying this puzzle, trying to make sure they understand where things fit, what would work.
Kieran and Aldrian still working on Jailbreak while Phil and Patch work on putting this puzzle together. Both assessing the designs, figuring out what works.
Every single piece into one spot, seeing which one fits before moving on.
Final 4 is a very important necklace to win. It gives you that 1 step closer to pleading your case to the jury. Both players want to have that necklace. Seems like Patch is just putting a piece in and trying to figure out if it works. Process of elimination. Aldrian cannot reach, and her stick snaps a little bit in half, and they're going to have to retie.
We've got about 4 or 5 pieces on both boards. Try to figure out what makes the most sense.
Both players
look like they fit together. Don't exactly
looking at this puzzle, figuring out what works. Again, they have been battling it out these past few days. Multiple challenges, multiple tribals. The brain is fatigued, but they need to push if they want to guarantee them a spot to the next round, giving them 1 step closer to that final tribal council.
They're starting to look like they click together for him. This is where you need to really dig deep. Nothing is more important than being safe at the next tribal council.
Both are staying calm, cool, and collect.
Kieran and Aldrian still working on retying their poles to give it another go at the jailbreak portion.
Still waiting on Kieran and Aldrian to make another attempt. Patch assessing his board, thinking he may see potentially what the design could be forming. Same with Phil. Slowly something is forming on their board.
Patch and Phil both making steady progress with the puzzle. Neither can see the other's puzzle or see exactly how far along each other
Kieran
is.
made another attempt, but the stick did not hold through.
That your
Everyone
your
is still
opponents at
in
this
this
point.
until Cam says
Aldrian and Kieran's still working on the jailbreak.
they're good. Everyone's
They're
still
able to
in
get it
this.
soon. They
Everyone
might still have a
fighting.
shot at getting back into this challenge.
This puzzle is not easy. It does open up the door if our 2 players still at jailbreak can get through. But it does give them a huge lead to get familiar with the puzzle and the design as it slowly starts to form. As they place more puzzle pieces,
feel like they have things
Patch a little confused potentially, questioning is his design correct. Phil thinks he might have a solid base and foundation.
If I
But
recall correctly, these two faced off in a head-to-head puzzle not that long ago for individual immunity at our Final 10 challenge, where Phil was able to complete the circle puzzle.
Aldrin and
quicker than
Kieran
Patch.
still working very efficiently, trying to get their balls, strengthening those sticks. Phil and Patch continuing to form pieces. Phil might think he has something. He is moving. There are more pieces starting to slip into place here. He is starting to pick up speed, thinking he thinks he knows what he is trying to make.
Phil now adding
A lot of
together at
pieces are
once.
starting to slot. He only has about maybe
Now down to just 6
5 or 6
off the
pieces.
board. We'll see if they are correct.
He won't know until Cam says it's correct or incorrect. Patch still in this, still putting pieces together.
Still attempting to catch up.
But Phil
Coming
is
together for
down
Phil
to his
here.
last few pieces. Will it be correct?
Still on the jailbreak.
We will
Just
see. Let's see.
One piece away. That is incorrect. Something is wrong.
Something is wrong with Phil's puzzle. So now he has to carefully look at his design and see what went wrong.
Close to a check has to be giving him some pause.
Patch now trying to see if he has something. Phil removing a lot of pieces.
Trying to refit those pieces back in, see if something works a different way.
Patch still working to figure out the base of his puzzle, not giving up.
Aldrian now giving it another go at the jailbreak.
Aldrian now is reaching across, giving it a go at the jailbreak. Reaching.
Aldrian reaching.
Aldrian trying to see. They can touch the ring.
But she's going to bring the stick
but
back
not
and
able to
try
hook
again.
it. Phil now has rearranged his pieces, thinking maybe he might know what might have been wrong. He took pieces out from one side. Now he's taking pieces out from another.
Shifting pieces around.
Aldrian now reaching through.
A good amount off his structure as well.
Can Aldrian hook their ring? Does potentially look like their stick might not be strong enough, but they are hitting the ring with their stick. They just need to hook it and bring it back. Phil's staring at his puzzle. He has all the pieces in there, but not sure what is incorrect. That is correct. And Phil swapped 2 pieces and won a final 4, guaranteeing him a spot in the final 3. Here's the puzzle they were having to complete. Not easy. Patch taking an eye, a look at it. Hugs across the board.
Congratulations, Phil. I'll give you your necklace in a second. You have earned a spot in the final 3 of this game. The rest of you, one of you will be voted out and become the next member of our jury. We'll give you some time to strategize, and we'll get back to tribal, okay?
There's a traditional vote.
It's a traditional vote, yep.
Alrighty. Traditional vote, guys.
Traditional vote.
Here, Phil, I got your necklace for you.
Phil
Earn that clapping
has now, I believe, earned 3
back-to-back immunities
individual immunities back to back, guaranteeing a spot to final 3.
Give you some time, and we'll bring you on into tribal. Congrats, Phil.
And one of our final 4 will become the next member of our jury. There you have it. An amazing push by all our players on a very difficult gauntlet style. Little recap of this week as they saw some challenges that they may have participated or may not have. But in the end, Phil was able to pull out the win and keep himself calm, cool, and collect as he moved around those final few pieces to get himself another individual immunity win. This is now putting him in a spot to potentially get closer to pleading his case to the jury. Unfortunately, that does mean then one of our current district tributes, their journey will end soon. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. You all are amazing. We are so close to crowning a winner. Do not go anywhere. Where else would you want to be here on this Saturday? So tune in to our tribal council. We'll let you know when we're about to go live in the viewers lounge. And then we have potentially another challenge. And then my job is done. And then it is in the hands of the jury to crown our winner. Thank you again. Continue to give love to all of our players. And I'll see you all back on the field.